Hi everyone, welcome to Bulunmaz YouTube channel. We have a new product this year, our coloring machine. The coloring machine works with diamond tips as most of our products. Each tip has a different design and I will show you each design how it gives the effect on your product. We have 5 major tools for coloring machine and each tool gives different effect. Some of them gives thin lines on rainbow color and some of them will give you big surfaces. We have different strength settings on the machine as you can see from 0 to 10, and you have to choose the different strength of vibration depending on the tool and depending on the effect you wanna get. My brother Turgay is now an expert of coloring machine and he explained me all the details. When you got your machine in your factory, Turgay will connect you on a video call or somebody from his team and he will even introduce you step by step how to use your coloring machine. Let's watch the detailed video of our coloring machine that Turgay has prepared for us. Let's study each of our 5 tools with coloring machine and see exactly what kind of final effect you will have on your jewelry. You will see the letters on our machine G, P and E and the number of the strength of vibrations. You need to use your machine on the letter G and depending on the tool you are using or the result you want to get, you will need to use different strengths from 0 to 15. If you look at the tip of our tools carefully, you will see that every tool has a diamond on it in a different shape and different thickness. And that's exactly what gives you the different finishing. Let's try our first tool, small size and 0.5 millimeter thickness. I will show you each tool so you can get a clear idea what is the difference between each tool. When you fix your tool on the machine, you just tight a little bit, not so strong. After you fix your tool on the machine, you just need to push the pedal, and as soon as you push the pedal, you get a light from the handpiece and your tool will be in action having a little vibration. After this, all you need to do is draw lines on the jewelry product so you will start getting the rainbow colors. In our diamond tools, you usually hear lots of voice and lots of vibration, but that one is exactly the opposite. You will see as almost your machine is not running, but don't worry, that's the way our color machine works. Actually, it's working, it's doing its job and making lines on your product, of course in rainbow color. When you are using your machine, just be careful, don't make the lines from left and right in an easy way, in a quick way. You must draw your lines from left to right and then take out your tool again left to right. So you must be passionate, you must be slow, and you must make single lines. Don't make lines in a quick way, that will give you uglier, a weirder design. So when you make them from left to right each time, you will get a more beautiful design on your product. Here I'm again making the lines from left to right in a careful way, in a slower way. Then you will see the result from my quick drawing and the single lines drawing. What is the difference? It's getting much better colors. You will see the colors in a more efficient way. Just have a look carefully. Our small size tools mostly used in small details. When you have a jewelry with little pieces, we will prefer the small size more so we can work more efficient on these small pieces. Here on this jewelry product, you can see what I mean better. Here you can see a little channel on my jewelry, and because my tool is small and the tip is pretty small, 0.5 millimeter, you can control your tool much better on these little details, on these little detail parts. Don't forget, whenever you get your color machine, if you have any difficulty, just take an appointment with Turgay or one of our technicians, and we're gonna contact you with a video call and introduce you the tricks of color machine. Because the degree you are holding your tool, the speed you are moving, all these are important. We are of course explaining you all these in the videos or in the exhibitions, but whenever you have difficulty, you can always contact us. We are waiting for you.
There are 4 phases in our small diamond tool, so if you want to get the maximum shine, maximum colors, you have to make sure that especially one phase of your diamond sticks to the product 180 degree on all its surface. So that's the point where you will get the maximum shine, and of course when your tool is getting old, you can move to the other phase and you can use each of 4 phases one by one. Here I want to remind you, when you are moving your lines from left to right, from top to down, down to top, taking up your tool, coming back, and you are making the same move. If you don't take your tool up and move the tool from left to right without leaving your hand on it, without leaving the tool on the product, what you will be doing, you will damage the first line you do and the colorful line will be destroyed.
You know what I mean? When you move your tool on the product, make sure that you move, you take it up, you move, take it up, you move and take it up. If you will be moving your tool without taking up from your product, that's not good, that will damage your color. So first move you will make the color, and second move back you will damage the color. That's why make sure that when you stick the surface on the product, you move it, take up, you move it, you move it, you move it. So that's really important trick. But as I told you, if you ever need any assistant, we are here to help you with a video call, or you can always come to our offices, come to our booth in worldwide exhibitions from Las Vegas to Vicenza, from Hong Kong to Istanbul. Thank you very much, Turgay, for this great demonstration. We completed our small size tool, and now I wanna introduce you our medium size tool. But before using our medium size, I want to remind you, whenever you are changing the tool on your machine, you must make sure that the light has gone off before changing your tool.
Here you see my key again. I'm just opening just a little bit. You don't need to turn a lot. When you turn the key a little bit, then you start turning the tool with your hand, and be extremely careful. Never change the tool when you are pushing the pedal. You have to wait until the light turns off on your handpiece, then you make sure that you don't push the foot pedal, then you are ready to take out your tool from the handpiece. My second tool is medium size tool, 0.7mm size, that's the size of the diamond, and as I told you, like the small tool with 0.5mm, my second tool 0.7mm has also 4 phases, which each phase can touch the product and give you colorful effect. Here I am making my lines with medium size tool. I'm using exactly the same way I'm using the small tool, but actually the effect I'm getting is very similar, but end of the process I want to compare you. I'm going to compare you small and medium, so you can see the difference much more clearly between these two little sizes of Bulunmaz Color Machine. One very important trick, again I want to remind you, because this is all about the color machine. There are 4 phases on your tool, on every sizes, on small, medium, big sizes. There are 4 phases. Imagine the tip of my tool as a square. So one of these 4 phases must be touching your jewelry piece exactly. That's the way it can give the colorful effect to you. If you don't touch your tool exactly on the surface on your jewelry product, if you touch on the corner, if you touch on the other side, you will be seeing that the effect of color will be disappeared. So make sure that you touch one of the surfaces on your piece and you will get the maximum rainbow colors on your product. Here I am touching from different ways. Some parts I am touching with all the surface, some I am out of surface, so you can clearly see the difference happening between touching well and not enough.
Actually, that's the most important point, that you gonna success having this model. That's the point where we get most complaints, that I cannot get the colorful effect. So that's the point you must focus using your color machine. You must make sure that you catch the degree perfect to get your color effect. Here you see the exact way I'm holding my handpiece. Make sure that it must be 90 degree and a little bit less, let's say 85 to 86 degrees. Of course, you don't have to find the exact degree, but that's the practical way, you know. Make sure that you hold your handpiece 90 degree, but a little bit less. Here you can see the difference between small and medium sizes engraving. As you can see on the left, it's a smaller line, and medium size is a little bit thicker line. Also, the size is a difference from 0.5mm to 0.7mm, you know. So that's the difference you're gonna have from between two sizes. The shape of the lines engraving will be exactly the same, but the size will be slightly bigger. Let's get a close look to the difference of these small and medium size tools. When you have a detailed look, you can see that on the left side, my small tool, exactly square shape and 0.5mm of diamond size, and on the right side you can see again the same shape with 4 phases. Each phase is touching your jewelry and making the colorful effect, but then the size is 0.7mm, so that gives us a little bit bigger size, the medium size. Let's go to next tool. My next tool is 1 mm with big size. That's third of my tools. The shape is exactly same as my small and medium tool, but the size is a bit bigger, 1 mm. You can again see that there are 4 phases on my tool. Each phase you can use and make sure that each phase touch on the jewelry piece to get even bigger rainbow color effect. Let's see our big size color tool in action. It's almost like a pyramid shape. You can see the 4 phases and there's a top going down, and top of the tool is again flat. All these angles are pretty important to get the right final result. We are screwing by hand and then a little bit tight with our key, and that's ready to work. You know, when you are taking out or putting the tool back to your handpiece, make sure that you don't push too much strength. It's a simple process. You don't need to tighten much. Third line of my samples, first line was small, second line was medium, and the third line is big. You can clearly see that our line size even getting bigger. So here you can see clearly what's the difference between the sizes. The shape is exactly the same, but you get a much wider cut. When I'm moving my jewelry piece, you can see all the colors of rainbow, blue, green, purple, orange, red. That's all about our color machine. The idea works exactly as a rainbow, so you get rainbow colors on your jewelry pieces. It's all about how you are touching with your handpiece and of course the degree of the tool. As long as you are making a right touch, you will get the maximum rainbow color. I again remind you, whenever you got our products and you are not able to get the final result, to get the colorful result, just contact our company, contact me, contact Turgay, contact one of our great technicians, and we're gonna give you even more detailed information on a video call, exhibition, visiting our office, wherever you are. We have 5 different tools, and now I'm moving to the next one, the number 4, but that tool is not coming with the size of small, medium, big, but it comes with a shape. We call this 2 mm convex tool. The size is 2 mm from left to right, and you can see a convex shape on the top of my tool. Just because the surface of my tool is even bigger, you will get bigger lines on your jewelry. I don't have 4 phases on this tool, so you can consider there is only 1 phase which you can touch and get the result, get the even bigger colorful lines. Ladies and gentlemen, we love to invest in new technologies, we love development. That's why nowadays we are investing a lot on our e-store, and now you can purchase our color machine on our e-store on www.bulunmaz.com. But don't worry, wherever you buy your color machine, from our offices, from our distributors, exhibitions, or even e-store, you can always contact us for after-sale support, for a video call to learn better how to use our machine. We are starting the action with our 4th tool. That will be 2 mm convex tool. You can see a little bit convex radius on my tool. It's not really big. And unlike my small, medium, big tools, there are only 2 phases on this tool. That's why it's a little bit easier to find the surface. As I have less surfaces, only 2 surfaces, and it's much bigger than the other tools, it's easy to touch well on the jewelry product and get the colorful result. I'm holding my tool 90 degree, a little bit less than 90 degree. You can still keep it on 90 degree or less, you will get more or less same effect, but less than 90 degree will be more comfortable in use and, let's say, better lifetime. Here I want to introduce you one mistake that you can do. If you will be using the corners of your tool, you will be still getting lines and of course no colors at all, almost not at all. That's pretty dangerous, using the corners of my tool. That will be that may cause quick to break even your tool, so that's not really good. I would recommend you to be really careful on this, to be using it on really 90 degree. I have even a bigger size of 2 mm convex, that is 3 mm convex, and let me change my tool to 3 mm convex just to show you the difference on effect again. Don't forget, whenever you are changing your tool from the handpiece, you must be sure that the light has gone and your foot is not on the pedal. That will damage your tool if you ever do that. So whenever the light gone off, and you're not pushing the pedal, you can unlock with the lock and easily unscrew your tool by hand and fit your next tool. My next tool is 3mm Convex. You can clearly see the size of my colorful lines is even bigger on 3mm. Again, I have two surface and a light convex shape, so that will give, as the surface touch on the product, that will give a even thicker line on your product. Even no need to say you cannot really work on detailed pieces with 3mm Convex because the size of my tool is pretty big. So you will need 3mm Convex shape, especially on bangles or Cuban chains or especially big products. After testing my last tool, 3mm Convex tool, here you can see the exact difference on each of my tool. All my 5 tools are on the same plate, so you can compare now very carefully. First line is my small tool with 0.5mm thickness. Second tool is medium tool with 0.7mm thickness. My third tool in the middle is the big size with 1mm thickness. All these tools were 4 phases, so you can use each of these 4 phases one by one. When one phase becomes dark, your tool needs sharpening, you can still use the second phase, third phase, fourth phase. Then starts my convex tools, even bigger tools, giga tools. First one is 2mm convex and third one is 3mm convex. If you already know our diamond tools, don't compare them with our standard diamond tools with convex shape, because the convex of these colorful tools is much lower, and then our diamond tools has only one phase that can cut, but these tools has 2 phases that can cut. So when you finish one phase using it a lot, you will have one more phase to use the machine, then you can send your tool to sharpening or you can purchase a new tool. Ladies and gentlemen, we just introduced you 5 of our different tools. I hope you like them. I hope you got the point, the difference between them. Before starting the next chapter about how you can use our tools with different movements to get with different effects, I wanna give you a little bit technical information about our color machine. Our color machine comes with settings on it from 0 to 15 with different working modes I just mentioned to you, and that's the handpiece of our color machine. You can easily fix the tools on them. We have 5 tools and we have a pedal which you will be running and stopping. I usually put pedal under my foot, but you can of course use with your hand, with your arm, whatever convenient for you. And here you can see the power supply of my color machine. It's a typical power supply with the European socket and it comes with 220 watt. You can easily connect it with your machine and run it. It uses a regular electricity which your mobile phone is charging or your computer is running. Let's go to the last chapter of our video. We're gonna see close how you can combine the movements of your hand with our color tools. In the first part we made straight lines to see the colorful effect, but in the second part we will use our hand in different movements and you can get the difference on these movements. Here we are making S shape, so whenever we are moving in the S shape, you can see some part of the S is getting orange color, the other part getting green color. So that's all depends on the shape we are getting on the product. Wherever the light comes from, we are getting the different color of finishing. You can move your tool in rounds, and again, depending on where your round is, you will get different colors. Just make sure you are still using on something between 90 degree to 85 degree. That's the best degree you can get the color finishing. And of course, make sure that you are touching as much as possible with one of the phases, which you will get the most beautiful result, most efficient result. Here again, I'm making lines. These are straight lines, but actually they are crossing each other. So because of the movements are into different directions, you are getting again totally different colors. Green, purple, orange, red, blue. All these beautiful colors will come as long as you move your hand in different directions. Here we created different movements for you, round shapes, S shapes, straight lines crossing each other, just kind of contemporary without a direction. We made them all together, we made them far away from them. That was a little bit of our imagination, but of course you can combine the movements, you can combine the sizes, different movements, you can a little bit change the degree. You can a little bit change the degree and get different totally different effects and even become much more experienced than us, because the work is limited with our imagination. Whenever you get your imagination on an upper level, you will get more designs. That's just combine tools, combine movements, and get your special design. Don't forget, you can purchase our color machine on our e-store on www.bulunmaz.com. You can visit our showrooms in Istanbul, Indonesia, Mexico, or any other part of the world. You can always come to worldwide jewelry exhibitions to cut one of our color machine. If you still have more questions about the product, don't hesitate to contact our experienced sales staff on phone, WhatsApp, email, whatever. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you have any questions about the product, you can also write in the comments. We are watching the comments every day and we gonna answer you immediately. Or if you have any request to make a video of one of our different products, write again in the comments and let's know that you need more information about these products. And don't forget to subscribe Bulunmaz YouTube channel, because that's really important for us. More subscribers we can reach more audiences. Thank you so much for your time watching us, and see you in the next videos.